Welcome everybody to today's revision class. I want you to consider this central thesis for our session today. Spend $500 on the wrong rowing machine and you literally do not get a workout. What you get is a 50-pound clothes rack that just lives in the corner of your bedroom quietly judging you. Look, the stakes here are incredibly relatable, right? Most entry-level rowers actually do a very similar job on paper, but the real difference, that make or break factor that determines whether you build a healthy habit or just accumulate a ton of buyer's remorse, well, that lies in these small details that absolutely nobody warns you about. So, grab your mental notebooks. For the next stretch of time, we're gonna study the budget fitness market with zero fluff, zero hype. Just the facts, the actual mechanics, and the practical takeaways you need. Welcome to The Explainer. I'm your host, and today we are conducting a comprehensive deep dive review and revision session on the Smart Buyer's Blueprint for the best rowing machines under $500. Whether you're a complete beginner looking to set up your first home gym, someone living in a really tight apartment, or just a focused learner who wants a solid, full-body cardio workout without crossing that scary $1,000 threshold, you are in the exact right place. We're going to treat this like a masterclass in consumer awareness, breaking down those complex mechanical differences into clear, actionable takeaways. We're going to take our time with this material, ensuring every single concept is fully understood before you even think about hitting Add to Cart. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our syllabus for today's session. We are breaking this topic into 5 distinct sections to make sure you understand every angle. Section 1, the budget reality. 2, resistance types. 3, top picks under $500. 4, the before you buy checklist. And 5, the verdict.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the budget rower reality. Before we look at a single brand, we really need to understand what budget actually means in this market. When we evaluate machines under $500, we are squarely in entry-level territory. And listen closely, because that is totally fine. There is absolutely no shame in the entry-level game. But to find the actual gems, we have to apply incredibly strict evaluation criteria. We are looking at build quality and stability, comfort for longer sessions, storage and mobility, resistance type, warranties, and importantly, verified long-term buyer reviews. Now, here is a common mistake learners and buyers make every single day, focusing entirely on day one aesthetics or shiny marketing features. For example, a buyer might purchase a machine just because it looks super sleek out of the box and perfectly matches their living room aesthetic, only to find out 3 months later that the frame wobbles aggressively the second they do a hard pull. Instead, we have to focus on what verified buyers are saying after a few months of continuous use. That is the true test of value. So here's your quick recap for Section 1. Entry-level machines are absolutely perfect for beginners testing the waters, but to avoid buying a dud, you must prioritize long-term structural stability and verified reviews over superficial day one features.
Moving right along to Section 2, choosing your resistance type. If you take away just one single concept from today's class, please let it be this. Your very first decision isn't picking a brand at all. It's picking the mechanics of your machine. This is the #1 area where budget buyers experience deep, immediate regret. Budget rowers basically come in 3 main flavors. First up, magnetic. The mechanics here involve magnets moving closer to or further from a metal flywheel to create resistance, which you just dial into specific set levels. The noise level? Incredibly quiet. The ideal user is someone living in an apartment or a shared home where silence is golden. Second, air. This uses a spinning fan. The physics here dictate that the harder you pull, the harder it pushes back. It feels exactly like a real, gritty gym rower, but it is noticeably louder. Third, water. This features an actual paddle spinning in a tank of water. It gives this incredibly satisfying whoosh sound and is super realistic on-water feel, though it does require occasional maintenance. The classic mistake buyers make here is mismatching their environment. For a quick example, imagine a university student buying an air rower for their second-floor apartment because they want that intensive CrossFit gym feel, only to realize the roaring fan wakes up their roommates and the baby upstairs, rendering the machine completely unusable. Time for our quick Section 2 recap. There is literally no universally best resistance type. Your choice must be dictated by your specific living situation: magnetic for dead silence, air for dynamic scaling effort, and water for a realistic, immersive feel.
All right, now that we've got the underlying mechanics down, let's open up Section 3, top picks under $500. We're going to examine specific curated solutions and map them directly to those user lifestyles we just defined. First up is the absolute benchmark for the best overall category.
Based on the source data, the Sunny Health and Fitness SFRW5801 typically hits the sweet spot price point of around $399. Remember, online prices fluctuate all the time, so just treat that number as a general guide. This is a magnetic rower, which means it's incredibly smooth, it's super quiet, and it folds up weighing roughly 50 pounds, which makes storage very manageable for almost anyone. For an example of the ideal user, picture a casual home user who just wants to knock out a steady 30 minutes of morning cardio before work, without waking the rest of the house up. However, a very common oversight learners make when analyzing this specific machine is ignoring physical ergonomics. Reviewers heavily note the seat sits quite low to the ground. If you have knee or hip issues, getting up and down from this machine could be a daily hurdle that ultimately discourages you from working out altogether. So, quick recap. The Sunny Magnetic Rower is the lowest risk, quietest choice for most beginners, offering consistent performance at a really great price, provided you're totally comfortable with a low seat position.
Let's look at options for those of you seeking a totally different sensory experience. If you crave that realistic, immersive rowing feel, the Obsidian Surge 500 is our top pick for a budget water rower. The tank holds about 3 gallons, and you adjust your base resistance simply by adding or removing water from that tank. The comfortable seat height is also a massive pro for users who might be sensitive to those low-profile magnetic models we literally just discussed. But here's the critical mistake buyers make, expecting premium lab-grade accuracy from the digital monitor on a budget water rower. Experienced rowers consistently report the distance and split tracking just isn't perfectly accurate. You should really treat those digital numbers as motivation, not absolute gospel. As an example, if you're an aspiring competitive rower trying to shave precious seconds off your 2-kilometer sprint time, this basic monitor is going to deeply frustrate you. Furthermore, be super careful not to confuse the standard model with the smart version, which costs about $100 more. Quick recap. The Obsidian Surge offers a genuinely enjoyable, natural water rowing motion for a fantastic price, as long as you don't require highly precise, totally accurate workout data.
Next up, we are examining a specific category completely dedicated to spatial efficiency: compact, foldable magnetic rowers. Many budget magnetic rowers, including various Sunny Health and Fitness models, are engineered specifically to fold right in half or stand securely upright in a corner. For example, if you live in a tiny studio flat right in the middle of the city, this design allows you to completely tuck the machine away into a closet after every single session. They are light enough to move solo, and they feature that wonderfully quiet magnetic resistance we've been praising. But here is the absolute most common error students of this market make: assuming all folding machines fit all bodies. To save space, lighter frames can sometimes feel a bit less planted during really intense pulls, and much more importantly, smaller machines often have a shorter rail. If you're a taller user with long legs, failing to check the inseam and rail length before buying is a massive mistake that will literally prevent you from getting a full extension on your stroke. Quick recap. Compact magnetic rowers are absolute lifesavers for apartment dwellers, but you must strictly verify your own height and inseam against the machine's dimensions to ensure a proper fit.
Our final category in the top picks explores the budget air rowers, such as the Stamina line or beginner models from MERACH. These machines provide that classic CrossFit gym feel, where the resistance scales infinitely with your effort. There's no maximum dial setting here at all. Physics dictates that if you pull harder, the fan just pushes back harder. This makes them an incredible value for an example user like a highly motivated beginner who wants a machine that will actually grow with their strength and conditioning over time. The common mistake? Underestimating the physics of sound. Air rowers are inherently unavoidably loud. If ambient noise is a deal breaker in your home, maybe you work night shifts or just have really thin walls, you will quickly regret this purchase. Quick recap for Section 3. Budget air rowers are the absolute best. I am serious about getting stronger option under $500 due to that infinite resistance, provided you have a living space that can actually handle the noise.
All right, we are now entering Section 4, the Before You Buy checklist to avoid buyer's remorse.
Think of this as the reality check portion of our class. This checklist outlines the exact steps you absolutely need to take before clicking that checkout button to prevent a massive return headache. Seriously, nobody wants the hassle of trying to stuff a 50-pound piece of equipment back into a cardboard box. First, measure your floor space for both the open footprint and the folded footprint. Second, check your personal inseam against the rail length, exactly as we just discussed for taller users. Third, carefully verify the weight limits. Many budget rowers cap out at 250 to 300 pounds. A major mistake is just casually ignoring this limit. Going over it actively compromises the safety and durability of the entire frame. Fourth, read the warranty terms. Budget brands often only offer coverage for a few months on parts. And fifth, watch out for hidden costs or model confusion. For example, failing to realize you need to buy water purification tablets for your water tank, or accidentally buying a more expensive, smart version when you really just wanted the standard base model. Quick recap. Taking just 10 minutes to measure your body, measure your room, and read the fine print on warranties and weight limits will completely save you from the most common pitfalls of the budget market.
To further clarify our checklist, let's look at this direct comparison. On the left side, who should actually buy these machines? Beginners testing their commitment, casual users wanting low-impact cardio just a few times a week, apartment dwellers needing something foldable, and the budget-conscious who want a real workout without paying for brand status. On the right side, who should definitely avoid this price tier altogether? Serious competitive athletes who need incredibly precise metrics, users weighing over 300 pounds, people who feel they must have a built-in touchscreen for guided classes, and very tall users who plan on daily, intense, long-term use. A classic mistake we see is a serious athlete trying to save a buck by purchasing a budget machine only to physically break it or completely outgrow it within weeks because it just cannot handle the sheer wattage they produce. Quick recap. Understand your own athletic profile. Budget rowers are fantastic tools for beginners and casual users, but they are simply not built to withstand the rigorous demands of heavy, intense competitive training.
And that brings us to our final section, the verdict. So what is the move here? Based on absolutely everything we've studied today, most of you can go ahead and buy with total confidence, provided you carefully match the right machine type to your home. If you need it quiet, the Magnetic Sunny is your lowest risk pick. If you want that immersive feel, the water-based Obsidian Surge is excellent. If you want infinite resistance to really challenge your growth, you've got to look to an air rower. But if you fall into the avoid category we just covered, your move is simple. Save your money for a premium commercial-grade model like a Concept 2. Before we wrap up this revision class, let's lock in this knowledge with 5 quick revision questions. Treat this like a pop quiz. Question 1, what is the absolute quietest resistance type? Answer, magnetic. Question 2, what happens on an air rower when you pull the handle harder? Answer, the fan pushes back harder, infinitely increasing the resistance. Question 3, what routine maintenance does a water rower require? Answer, adding water purification tablets to the tank. Question 4, what is a major physical constraint taller users must check on compact rowers? Answer, the rail length and their maximum inseam. Question 5, what is the typical maximum weight limit for most machines in this sub-$500 category? Answer, generally between 250 and 300 pounds. How did you do? Hopefully you got 5 out of 5.
I want to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative thought. Invest in the habit, not the status. Ultimately, spending under $500 is the absolute smartest, lowest-risk way to validate whether you will actually stick to a home fitness routine. You do not need a $1,000 machine with a giant glowing touchscreen to get a serious sweat going. You just need a machine that actually fits your space, respects your household noise limits, and safely supports your body. Master the habit first, prove it to yourself on an entry-level machine, and let your fitness journey naturally grow from there. So the question is, are you ready to invest in your habit, or are you going to end up with just another expensive clothes rack? That concludes our explainer session for today. Keep learning, keep analyzing, and we will